guys, I'm Hydro, and in this video you'll learn some awesome Minecraft tips that will impress your friends, improve your worlds, and start to transform you into an elite Minecraft player. And real quick, if you're going to enjoy this video and want to see more of my content, then please consider subscribing to help support me and my channel. It's as easy as a click of a button. And with that done, let's get right into the video. This first tip is one that I actually found really interesting and discovered only a few days ago, and is that gold tools actually mine faster than netherite tools. A golden axe takes 17.5 seconds to mine 33 blocks of spruce wood, making it mine at a rate of 0.5 seconds to break a block, while a netherite axe takes 20 seconds to do the exact same task. A golden pickaxe takes 15 seconds to mine a column of stone, and netherite pickaxes take 17 seconds. And finally, a golden shovel takes 10 seconds to mine dirt blocks, just barely beating netherite shovels, which take 11.5. This doesn't really make sense though, because netherite is half made with gold that's infused with netherite scraps and diamond tools, so if anything it should be faster. That doesn't mean it's acceptable to mine with gold tools though, because their durability is absolute trash. Half as much as wood's durability, making them break so easily that the fast mining speed isn't even worth it, with the possible exception of speedrunning. Most Minecraft players know that you can obtain wither skeleton skulls in survival when you kill wither skeletons, and the ender dragon head from End City ships. But did you know that the other three heads, the zombie, skeleton, and creeper heads, are dropped by the respective mobs if they are blown up by a charged creeper? A charged creeper is formed when a normal creeper is struck by lightning. They run faster and create more devastation. After the charged creeper explodes, killing the mobs, then you can go collect the mob heads and use them as decoration in your treasure room or whatever you do with decapitated monster heads. Ever since the villager and pillager update hit, villagers have become a bigger and bigger part of Minecraft, to the point where they are almost necessary. And the best way to use them in my opinion is to create a bunch of cartographer villagers and trade 11 glass panes for an emerald. That by itself is already a pretty good deal, especially if you live next to a desert. But if you zombify a couple of your villagers, then that's where the real deals start coming in. After you cure your villagers with a weakness potion and a golden apple, then they give you an emerald for just one glass pane. Meaning if you have 60 glass blocks and convert them into panes, then you can make a total of 160 emeralds out of just 60 pieces of sand. This is very useful for building beacons, trading with other villagers, or just flexing how rich you are. In Bedrock Edition, did you know that if a skeleton sinks underwater, they stop using their bows and use their melee attack, which is, from what I can understand, the same as a zombie attack. It does the same amount of damage as a zombie too. At first I thought this was a bug, but when I researched it more, it turned out to be a feature implemented in the game. I thought this was pretty cool, and is probably one of Minecraft's most forgotten features. If you're trying to build an awesome base, but don't want to spend hours lighting up and building a wall around it to protect it from monsters, then the mushroom biome is for you. This is because the only mob that can naturally spawn in the mushroom biome are mushrooms. That means that no hostile mobs can spawn inside a mushroom biome. You'll see that there are hostile mobs spawning all over the plains and the island next to it, but none on the mushroom-infected grass. This could be pretty useful if it's your first night in Minecraft and you want a safe place to wait out the night. Too bad they're one of the rarest biomes in Minecraft. This next tip is about furnaces and smelting. When you put raw food items in a smoker instead of in a furnace, it cooks the food 2 times quicker, and when you put ores in a blast furnace, then it smelts them 2 times faster than a furnace as well. For your fuel, your best and easiest bet is probably coal, or dried coat blocks. But did you know that you can also use blaze rods, smelting 12 items, mushroom blocks, smelting 1.5 items, or a lava bucket, smelting 100 items, the highest in the game? Also, did you know that if you put certain types of decorative blocks in a furnace, then they'll be smelted into their cracked versions? Using a boat on top of an ice rail is one of the fastest modes of transport in the game, competing with the max speed of an elytra. These are great because even though they can take some time to make, they are relatively cheap, and overall, the time you spend building it will be well worth it, and will save you more time in the long run. These are extremely useful and fun to use. If you want to use the ice trail to travel long distances in the overworld, then make it in the nether, because 1 block in the nether is equal to 8 blocks in the overworld, allowing you to travel the same distance with 8 times less the resources and time. This next trick is pretty obscure, and I doubt that you would ever see this in Minecraft without knowing how to set up the situation prior, but did you know that if an evoker encounters a red sheep, it will use its magic to transform it into a blue sheep? Showing this to your friends will make you look like you know everything about Minecraft. 2 really helpful tips that are essential to becoming a pro are knowing the best coordinates to mine rare ores, like diamonds. Diamonds are mostly concentrated around Y11, And if you strip mine on those coordinates long enough, you'll be sure to find a nice supply of diamonds. In 1.6, netherite is the new and improved diamond, so it's pretty important to know the best place to find it. From what I could gather, Y15 is the best level to find it on, and TNT/bed mining are the most effective ways to find it. But don't worry about your precious ancient debris blowing up or falling into lava, because neither of those things affect it. A campfire or soul campfire on a hay bale gives off smoke that rises higher than normal. A mob that you name Dinnerbone or Grum will flip upside down. A rabbit you name Toast will change to a black and white coloration. And a sheep that you name Jeb_ will be rainbow colored. A trick I found with mining soul sand, gravel, dirt, and sand is that if you sprint or speed walk while mining them from a far enough distance away, then they will be mined almost instantly. This is extremely useful if you are mining sand in a desert or farming up some dirt blocks to build a giant meatball. Hopefully this doesn't get patched, because this has saved me so much time when I mine sand in a desert. If you throw a splash pushing out your feet, the effects of it will last shorter than if you throw it up at your head. It's easiest to demonstrate this with poison, because you can see that when I throw it at my feet, the effects last shorter and do less damage. But when it drops on my head, it lasts longer and does more damage. When you're falling, there are a couple of options that can save you consistently from your death. Obviously, the elytra will save you the most consistently and quickly from your death. Ender pearling will also work as well. MLG water bucketing or placing a slime block is probably the coolest option. Chorus fruit is a widely overlooked option that I think works fairly well. If you catch yourself falling from a high place quickly enough and you eat a chorus fruit, it will teleport you safely to the ground just like an ender pearl, but chorus fruit doesn't take away any health. They also restore a decent amount of hunger, so that's cool. If you bring a hoglin or piglin to the overworld, then they will start shaking until they turn into a zoglin and a zombified piglin. An interesting fact about zoglins is that they get super aggressive and they attack everything once they transform, from evokers to shulkers to newborn baby cats, and even each other. If you guys enjoyed this video and maybe you learned a thing or two, then don't forget to hit that red subscribe button below the screen. This video was a lot of fun to make, and I hope you can put these tips to good use. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.